Hello and welcome to another Miss Alley Cat DIY video. Happy New Year to everyone. This is my first DIY video of 2020. I'm so excited. I have 3 Dollar Tree Valentine's Day decor pieces to show you all. I am so super excited. So go ahead, grab your warm, cozy beverage, whatever that might be. I'm drinking some nice coffee. So let's go ahead and get into these DIYs. For all 3 of these projects, we will be using this pack of red plastic hearts from the Dollar Tree, and of course, everything that you need will be in the description box below. So without any further ado, let's get into this first Valentine's Day DIY for 2020. So for step number 1, we're just going to pull the heart apart. We're going to do that to 2 whole hearts, but we're only going to use 3 halves, as you can see on the screen. Then the next thing that I did was I took some needle nose pliers, just because needle nose will get in there a little bit easier, and I'm getting up close to the center of the heart where you can see on the screen, as close as I can to like the very center, in between the hearts, like the curvature of the heart, and I'm just twisting it very ever so gently to pull that little tab off. You don't want to be too forceful because you don't want to put a hole in your hearts. That's not good. Nobody wants a hole in their heart. So yeah, I did that to all 3 of the hearts. Okay, so for the sake of the rest of the video hopefully being easy to understand, I'm going to refer to each half as a whole heart, just because it'll make it easier, trust me. So now I have 2 hearts in my hand, and I'm just trying to eyeball where to glue them down. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove one of the hearts, and underneath the one I am holding, I am going to take my hot glue, and I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue right underneath that heart, and fairly quickly place the heart right back on to the hot glue. And then I just hold the heart until it's completely dried, and then it kind of stands up on its own. Now I'm going to take the other 2 hearts to figure out their placement. And once I figure that out, I remove one and put a little dab underneath the one that I'm holding, just like we did before, and of course hold the heart until it's done drying. Now to stabilize the project just a little bit more, I'm going to put some hot glue right in between the 2 hearts that we just glued down. And taking the 3rd and final heart, I'm once again just kind of put it there to figure out where I want it, and then glue underneath it. And I did add some hot glue wherever the hearts met, just like we did before, and you might have to like gently squeeze the hearts together where they meet and hold it there until it dries. And like I said, I did that wherever the hearts met, just to make sure that they were more stable than they would be without the hot glue. Oh my goodness. I love how this turned out. No pun intended. But seriously, I just love it. I put one of those fake candles from the Dollar Tree. Of course, do not use a real one. That could seriously be so bad. But I just love how the light shines through it. I think it's so romantic and pretty. And yeah, if you want to make it even more heavy duty though, I would suggest looking into some kind of glue that can work with glass and plastic. But with that being said, I think it's so pretty for what it is and can't wait to decorate with it. Now for this next little DIY, we're going to make this adorable little sign that says hugs and kisses. For this, I'm using one of those bamboo cutting boards that Dollar Tree often carries. I've also got some ribbon that's burlap with some really cute hearts on it. I did get this in a Micheal's $4 grab bag. However, Dollar Tree does right now carry some ribbon pretty similar to that. And then I'm going to use one of those plastic hearts And we're going to do the same thing that we did for the last project, which is take off the little tabs on both of these little hearts, or both of the halves, however you want to say it. And I'm going to use this red acrylic paint and this white acrylic paint. It's just what I have on hand. Now taking this sponge brush, I probably got at Dollar Tree. I know you can get those at Dollar Tree. I'm doing a very light coat of that red paint. I wanted to be able to still see the wood kind of coming through the red color, so that's why I did a fairly light coat. I thought it was very farmhouse and really cute, and I did not paint the sides of the cutting board just because I also loved the way that looked. You totally could paint the whole entire thing red. You could do it a darker color. You could paint it white. Of course, the sky is the limit. Alright, now working with my heart, I'm taking this very fine pointed paintbrush. It's a small paintbrush, and I'm taking that white acrylic paint. I just love how on the ribbon it has the little stitches, so I wanted to recreate that on my plastic heart. So that's literally all I'm doing. I'm painting little white stitches or little lines all the way around the heart. I did put the stitches on both of my hearts, and now at this point my little cutting board that we painted is dry, which didn't take very long because it was a pretty thin coat. I'm going around with the same white paint and also drawing these little stitches all the way around our little board. Now the beauty of the stitches on the hearts and on this board is they do not have to be perfect. I think, in my opinion, that is what gives it character, and I just love how this looks, and it matches the ribbon that I have as well. Taking these wonderful wooden letters you can buy at the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack with obviously the other letters in the alphabet. I just love these, and I am just going to paint them white, making sure to get all of the edges and let these dry after I paint them, but I only ended up doing one coat, and also as you can see I'm using a different paintbrush just to make life a little bit easier. So now here's me just trying to figure out the placement of everything, and I also wanted to incorporate that ribbon that I showed you earlier. So yeah, once I figured out how I wanted to do it, I'll show you how I ended up placing everything. I really ended up liking how you see the objects on your screen with the XO on the top right and the hearts on the top left and the bottom right. I cut the ribbon so that it would fit perfectly lengthwise on our board, and now I'm just using a felt marker or a Sharpie with a fine tip would work as well. I want to glue down my heart on top of the ribbon, but I want to cut out some of the ribbon so that you don't see ribbon inside of the heart. I hope that makes sense, but basically I'm just taking that felt marker and tracing my heart on that ribbon, just like the bottom half of the heart where I want to cut it out. Here's the shape that it ended up making. So yeah, I'm just taking my scissors and cutting that out. So I think it'll give it a really cool effect to glue down the heart and to not be able to see the Reuben. He's not a sandwich. To not be able to see the ribbon through the heart. Then I just simply hot glued down this ribbon. I didn't use very much glue. I didn't think I needed to. And so yeah, just hot glued the ribbon down to the cutting board. So now it's time to glue down the heart. Funny story. So I used hot glue, as you can see in the video. However, my heart fell. It was very sad, and so I ended up, after the project was done, gluing them down with some E6000. I basically did the same process, only with a different glue, a little dab on the top and a little dab on the bottom of each of my hearts. I did glue down one at a time, and I used clamps to hold down the heart so they really stick to the surface. Unfortunately, this is the only footage I got from that, but I think it is pretty easy to do, and I just let them dry clamped down overnight. Now for the letters, I just simply glued these down with hot glue. They are still on my sign, so I think the hot glue worked just fine. For the back of our sign, to make it officially a sign, I took some twine and I'm just hot gluing one end to the back of the sign and putting the twine in the hot glue. Then I took a small square piece of cardstock paper, or just some more heavy duty paper, and then I just put that paper on top of the twine and the glue and pressed it down until the whole thing was dried. I did the same thing on the other side. Now this may seem redundant, but I thought I would share it. I did end up adding some more hot glue and some more cardstock just to really reinforce the stability of the sign, because I just felt like it needed it. I know it's kind of a little bit extra, but hey, now my sign won't fall, and I think it turned out really super cute. This gets me so excited and ready for February, even though that is a month away. I'm so excited. I did end up adding a little heart that I cut out of the ribbon on my bottom right heart. I did that because I kind of touched it with some glue, and I just wanted to cover up that little ding I made. But anyway, I think it's super cute and I love how it turned out. For the next DIY, the last and final one, let me show you how I made this adorable 3 hearts decor piece. I'm not entirely sure what to call this, but I just love it. I love how I put the twine on it, and it's super easy, so let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to need, of course, is 3 of those hearts, or 1 heart taken apart and then half of another heart. Hope that makes sense, but you can see how many is on the screen. I will be using this small twine. I believe I purchased this at the Dollar Tree. So off camera, I did drill a small hole with my little drill. Of course, if you are a kid, get an adult to help you out with this, and whoever you are, of course, be careful with any and all projects, but this was pretty easy to do, and I did this to all 3 of the bottom of my hearts. Taking that white acrylic paint, we're going to make some stitches once again. The same process, this teeny tiny brush, and making little lines all the way around the heart, and I did this to all 3 of these plastic hearts. So taking a piece of the twine that's around 3 or 4 inches long, there isn't an exact science, I just need to tie these 2 hearts together. So I went from the underneath side of our bottom heart through the hole that the heart comes with, up underneath our middle heart, through the hole that we created on the bottom of that heart, and I just brought those 2 ends of twine together and tied them into a knot. We do want to kind of pull it fairly tightly so that the hearts are quite close together, and then once I had a knot, I did take my scissors and cut as close to the knot as I could to remove the excess twine. And then I repeated the same process for the top heart and attached that one to the middle heart just like we did before. And this is what I ended up with, but we're not done yet. Let's make it even cuter. So now taking a piece of twine once again, however long you need it to make a cute little bow. I think I did like 5 or 6 inches just because I'm not an expert bow maker. So I made a teeny tiny bow and then just kind of messed around with the shape, and I did trim off the ends if need be, and I made 3 little miniature bows for this project. So once I made those cute little bows, I just simply hot glued them to the knots that we just created. So one in between the top heart and the middle heart, and one in between the bottom heart and the middle heart. So super simple and cute. And then to create a little like loop at the top, I just took my twine, strung it through the top little hole on the heart, and I just kind of made a space there so there was a loop, and then I tied a knot. And then I just went ahead and trimmed off the excess twine that you see kind of just hanging there for no reason, so it looked a little bit better. So the last and final little cute touch is we're going to take that last little bow we made and hot glue it to the top of our top heart, right next to the loop that we just made with twine, just to kind of cover up that little plastic hole there. I don't know, it just really makes it look really super cute and ties in the whole thing. So this is the end of the video. I had so much fun making these DIYs. I hope you had fun watching it, and I hope it gives you some inspiration as well. I did style these DIYs with this red heart topiary that I made last year. I'll put that video up above on the top right hand corner of your screen, and I'll put it in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this from me, feel free to pounce on that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I upload a new video, which could be a DIY, it could be a haul, it could be all sorts of things, feel free to click on that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. With that being said, this is Miss Alley Cat DIY signing off. Bye-bye!